Hello. Good day. I must flex upon thy people with less streak, and tempt people with more streak to flex upon me, of course, says Yui. Congrats on your 20 streak, my friend. Well done. Whoop. I'm not sure what it's doing. That's a nice introduction. OBS, why are you like this? What's up with this? Why is everything different? What have you done? You silly goose. Was 720p previously? What? I don't know why this is the way it is, and I hate it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold up. I think I know what's going on. And it's definitely not me being a dingus or anything. That cannot be it, obviously, you know. Let's see. And if I press this now, no, it's still screwed up. It's a little less screwed up than it was, but this is really weird. Well, this might cut off parts of the. Yeah, it's gonna. Come on, OBS. Now we got black bars, don't we? Because that's logical. Well, whatever. This looks horrible. Something is very, very off. How's this? Besides the ugly black bars on the top and bottom. I don't like it. Well, it is what it is. Yes, Noita? Yes, the screen is just as black for you as it is for me. Or the other way around. There we go. Oh. I'm getting this distinct impression that this is not okay. This is way too far up. Let's restart this game. Maybe the game's confused. Could be. Yes. That's my screen settings. Noita. Let's see if this helps. How have you been, Yui? Synchronizing cloud, because so much has changed, yes. Well. Good, nice. Good to hear. Guess we'll do the intro once more, because... Steam! Have you played much Duckov as a plate? Not that much. What? Right. As we were. This looks better. Actually, I think I found a better storm armor thing today. Just the headpiece, though. One that actually has armor on it. I haven't built a flaming AK yet, though. Still need the storm level 2 thing. Frames are overrated. Nice. Not great. We need those hearts. Obviously. Ooh, net mana. That won't hurt. usually. Already had this, but... We are chunk full of spells. Chunkus Maximus. I don't think we'll need Boomerang at this point. We need other things, though. Those directional spells are... I was about to say a pain to get, but I think there's one right here. Is this one we need? I think it is, right? Not you. Go away. Got a 26 cap with 1k mana or so. You need up and down. Yeah. No, not yet. I got this one. Basically, I got 3 wands of swiftness. So, 25 wand of swiftness will work probably. No, we should be good then. As long as we don't need frames, then we're good. Did it again. Dragon's Half will help. I mean, we could. We could use that, yeah. Hey, Divine, you may be getting close to the limit before lag will end the run. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It does feel like that, doesn't it? Yes, you will look the other way. Oh, these don't work on them, huh? Thought they worked on the other ones. Ah, that's fine. R is a little problematic, but damage plus. This one? I think it is, right? That's anti-gravity. Yeah, I think we need that. Fly upwards and anti-gravity. Yeah, yeah. So we don't need that. What's the other one? Oh, fly downwards. I need fly upwards. So close. Okay, can I rotate this? No. Sash. Fly upwards is in the pool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know. Like this one, you mean? You need fly downwards too. I do? I do. Well, I have that. Oh, I mean, I had that. I still have that. Alright, do we have everything we need now? Question mark? Some assembly required, yes. Yes, some assembly is required. You are correct. Yeah, so we need Embro for the blood to power, which you do have. Yes, I do have. I have Embro. Oh, explosion. No, I don't have that yet. Dang it. Yep, that's true. I still need that. Is that also in the pool? Already had 2 normals, right? One here. And one there, yeah. Not in 90% pool. So it's better to fly around and go look for it. Alright. Well, let's do that then. We're fairly proficient at that at this point. Oh, look at that. I think we already have one of those somewhere. Yep. So what will you do now that you have the digging teleport lag wand? We're looking for some spells with which we can make the build that Yui has made. Die to his build, yes, likely. Likely. Very, very likely, yes. We do have a few stainless armors. I'm not sure how many we have though. How many would you say is enough? Where is it? I really dislike this interface. They could have done such a better job with this than this. Oh, here we go. I have 4, which, you know, is not a whole lot. Yeah. It got me from infinite HP down to 10. Ooh, okay. I'm guessing then that that's probably more than 4. There used to be a dragon there. In the olden days. So 5. Yeah. At least 5. Yeah. Times 100 plus 300. If that's the actual count, then we're never gonna get it. I thought just 5 more. I mean, for the sun, the advisement is like what? Around 15, I believe. So saving grace of a few plus 1 life should be good. Yeah, that's probably a requirement. Yeah. Yes, I meant stainless armors. How many stainless armors we expect to need to be able to, you know, live to tell the tale, as they say. You weren't telling him to get 400 stainless armor. No, we're telling me to get 800 of them. I hope not. Biomes are overrated. There used to be more ones in here. I don't know, where would you get that feeling from, Divine? What could possibly lead you to that conclusion? That's why we are low-key also still looking for liquid vacuum field, right? Doing an absolute awesome job at finding that so far. Yes, Noita, we're switching biomes. Calm down, it's fine. You get through this. Probably. Right. Peaceful. Never gets old. Calm down, game. It's fine. Oh, there's nothing in here? Scam. I might have just deleted it. That's also a possibility, I guess. Alright. Well, disappointing. So far. Fine. You know, if Noita devs managed to find a way to make this game exactly as is, without the lag issues, and release it as a remaster version, I have a feeling it would sell well. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. You got mathed out. Just use Ambrosia. But that seems so inefficient, though. Making sure you constantly have an Ambrosia stain is annoying. 16 stainless armors and like 7 stainless caps should be enough. Stainless. Oh, yeah, capes. I mean, like 15 is like for the Sun Quest, right? So. And then we can no longer die. Plus saving grace has 10 extra lives. Right. Extra lives being a buffer in case it's not enough. Yeah, yeah. How many do we have? Not that many, I think. We have saving grace, which is nice. I don't think stacking those makes any sense. I believe, if at all possible. Where is the extra life? Did I skip it? Oh, well. I guess we used it at some point. Oh, no, we still have one left. If they remaster this game and fix all the lag issues, then please let them fix this interface as well. Please. I passed it? Of course I did. That was the one that was... used? Oh, here we go, yeah. 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. It can only burn through 2 or so. Only one's lied? No, it's in there twice. I mean, here it's in there twice. See? It's still there. But also 1. I am blind, yeah. I mean, probably, but... All those ad manas. Walmart, I guess? I'm blind, it appears. Yeah, I mean... I'm glad it's not just me, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, not that guy. I meant the other guy. Not sure what happened there. Crazy ones? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, basically, the ones themselves aren't that impressive. There's just ones of swiftness, which should be fairly easy to get. But the combination of all of them with the spells on them is, yeah. It'll get crazier, yes, it will, yeah. Yes, you did. So close. So close. Noita streams are either this or a guy that can spell rap. Accurate. Usually, yeah. I see you, little Polly there. I see you. Like I would explain that to you. Come on. We're almost out of cash, you know. What if we suddenly come to the conclusion that we forgot to buy cheese? What am I saying? Who would ever buy cheese? Oh. Spell wrapping is when you need to gift a spell and then you put it in a nice box. Yes. Accurate. This person knows what they're talking about. Listen to me. Person. Yes. It's only 90% likely that the build will kill Zora. He of little faith. I am fairly confident I can make that 100%. I'm actually the bald man in disguise. Oh dear, no. Not the bald man. Not the old bald man. You do know the bald man, don't you, Yui? There is but one bald man concerning Noita. The bald man. Wait, what? Mistakes were made. No, unfortunately, it's not me. Yes, I'm old, but not bold enough. This man is bolder. Unfortunately, I'm not that bold, no. Since the man we're talking about probably went bald from his enormous skill in Noita. Self-proclaimed god gamer, you know? And also not that bald man. Yeah, unfortunate. Zora, just do a no-hit run. Sure. Then you will instantly bold. I believe it, yeah. If the no gold hit was anything to go by, then... I believe that to be accurate, yes. Sound engine has half given up again. Why not aim for the 1 minute speed run pillar? Because I don't hate myself enough. Basically. I don't hate myself enough yet for that to be a thing. With your expertise, it should be simple. Sure. I thought I said I was not the self-proclaimed god gamer. See? I have a different purpose. You are a proclaimed god gamer by others. Misguided fools. Again, so close. Then why does your bio say Zora loves being a god gamer? So keep conversations in English, please. Wait a second. Wait a second. Zora loves being a bold gamer? Again, I don't think I have enough skill to be a bold gamer. Everyone knows that, you know, boldness comes from skill levels. Now I see that someone else in his profile. Oh god, what do I need to see? What is it? What is it? Don't I have Discord? Let's see. I didn't even start Discord. Well, like it says, Discord. So now I can't read chat. Thank you, Discord. Like it says, this Zora usually streams while bald every day except for Thursday and Sunday. Stream starts at 9 p.m. CT. Yeah, so basically I'm bald every day except for Thursday and Sunday, which makes perfect sense. There may or may not have been AI usage to obtain the details. Hmm. So her loss being a god. I too can edit HTML, you know that? That's the thing. Where's Discord? HTML, what's that? I don't know. You can probably eat it with enough sauce. Does this sound delicious? ChatGPT, write me a rap about being bold and a good stream. Noita. Good Noita streamer, right? Right. That makes perfect sense. Web dev should say otherwise. Uh-huh. Yeah. Unfortunately, I write in C. Yeah. Lucky you. Theory 2? What? Yeah, ask ChatGPT to tell you about Zora. I'm very curious what it will say. I do have it in the library. Exactly, yes. We were actually planning to play it on Monday, which was yesterday. But we ended up playing Noita instead. But we will aim to play this, well, that, PoE 2, again next Monday. Don't expect too much of it though, I'm a total noob. Although I'm a very proficient dirt napper in that game. Yes. Duck off too, yeah, but duck off is fun. Duck off is just interesting, yeah. Oh gosh. Well. Give it a second.
Zora the Ardent was once a fiery-haired mage of unmatched skill until a reckless spell, the crown of infinite focus, backfired in a blaze of chaotic magic, vaporizing his glorious hair and leaving him forever bald. Rather than despair, Zora embraced his shining scalp as a divine gift, declaring that true mastery required absolute focus, and thus absolute baldness. With newfound clarity, he set forth into the ever-shifting lands of Noita to prove himself a god gamer.
Well, you know, you can't top that, I guess. His gleaming had a beacon of perfection, and his every victory a sermon on the sacred power of a bold enlightenment. Well, I guess I'll need to update my bio. That's a thing now. Thanks for that. That's a good laugh. Yeah, it can definitely produce some fun stuff. Very accurate. At least you left cheese out of the equation, which is already a win, I suppose. Monies! Oh, Java. I'm so happy I don't have to do anything with that anymore. Yeah. I asked for it, didn't I?
Zora the Ardent, the bald god gamer, ventured to the caverns of Krem, where the world's finest cheese lay guarded by lactose elementals. Their eyes burned in the dark, until Zora's radiant scalp reflected pure light, blinding them all. With a smug grin and a shimmer of bald brilliance, he snatched the legendary Gouda of Glory, proving once again that smooth heads conquer all obstacles and all dairy.
Ah, this is awesome. Lactose elementals, great. Zora's radiant scalp reflected pure light, blinding them all. Poetic, poetic. It's garbage. You don't even need a combat wand. The teleport wand kills enemies and terrain. True. Though the combat wand is a little bit more effective than this. Because this takes a few hits. And a combat wand is just fire and forget, basically. The only downside of the combat wand is that it doesn't generate gold. Yeah, we tried that, but he ran away. Not gonna tolerate Java slander though. Yes, he ran away. He can do. Yeah, apparently he despawned and was never heard of again. He'd be scared, rightfully so, I would say. Although I don't remember the strat of killing him at this point. Rumor has it Zora invented Java? Fever Dreams, maybe? The pause, you know it's real. Well, you know, I could, you know, say that it isn't true, but at this point. There comes a moment in time where it doesn't really matter what you say anymore, you know? It's, yeah. I also wrote Linux kernel, yeah. So Linux Torvald stole it, yep. Xenax kernel. I like that. I should have thought of that before. Yeah. The only reason why I named Windows Windows is because Zindos doesn't sound very nice, just like Zapple. Although, to be honest, now that I hear it again, Zapple actually sounds pretty cool, as opposed to Apple. You know. Zora in Oz. Nice. What's all this oil doing here? Zin? What's Zin? Win? Zizzy box. I did all the things. Yeah, I still don't know why I didn't just pick Zora box, you know, that's... Zash? Yeah. But then they forced me to name it Bash because that sounds cooler. You know, bash someone's face in. It sounds better than zashing someone's face in. I mean, you know. You have to give other people a chance at naming stuff as well, you know? Yeah. People are rude. Yeah, you see? Exactly. Exactly. They don't allow Zora to just do everything and keep credit. Yeah, I know, right? It's really weird. But then, the only reason they gave me is that they don't want to, you know, have the same name for every entry in the pattern books. ZSH, yeah, exactly. That's mine as well. Yeah. Use it every day. Broom Reaver has it. Zora created the very earth we live on. Shh. What? Yeah, originally sun, as in the sun, was written with a Z as well, but yeah, you know, somewhere along the ages that Z got turned into an S by some illiterate people, and the rest is history. Yeah. Zoop. But they had to name it Grub. Yeah, it is. I just checked a good book, and in the first verse it says, "Before time began, ZoraTheArdent stood in the void, his bald head oh, wait. Fine. There.
Like, I just checked the good book, and in the very first verse it says, "Before time began, ZoraTheArdent stood in the void, his bald head gleaming brighter than 1,000 suns. With a mighty nod, a single beam of light reflected from his scalp, striking the darkness and shattering it into oceans, mountains, and stars. As the cosmos spun to life, Zora smirked and whispered, 'GG, easy,' thus creating Earth, the ultimate arena for god gamers to prove their worth."
Exactly. How did you know this? Were you there? Why are you spying on me? The only thing not made by Zora. And that's why he hates it. It's all in the book. I don't remember writing the book though, but I must have at some point. And the thing that cursed humanity from the Garden of Eden. Exactly. It's in the Zybel. It's a good book. Yeah. It's a bestseller. You do go to Zurch, right? Or you could say this is Zurch, I suppose. You go to Zurch? Good. Just checking. You told various people while streaming in their mind. Oh, that was it. That must have been it. Yeah. I mean, it's all been so long ago, you know, you forget at some point. Even though Zora never forgets anything, but you know, it's just... It doesn't bear... It doesn't... You know, you don't have to think about those things anymore at some point. It's just... Acting like forgetting sometimes makes Zora more likable by humans. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Even though he banished them from the Garden of Eden. Yeah, and that rice dude was red. Yeah, he was. Was a little misunderstood, but you know, he tried to teach the act of God gaming, but it might just not have just been the right time for him, you know. His actual name was Mina, by the way. You know, it's yeah. It's interesting that the cheese rice still did not appear. Yeah, that week you streamed on Thursday though. Yeah, it was a one-time thing. Everything was. It was a weird time in my life. You know, it was a phase. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you know, after so long of having all these followers, you want to switch it up every now and then, you know, and then I figured, like, you know, let's do streaming again, but then in the modern age, and then yeah, followers start happening again, and everything begins again anew. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta check how close I am to number 5. 868. Maybe 50 tokens? So I check for you. Let's see. Less 897 is the next spot. 897. Zoroboros, yes. Basically, yeah. Yes, you're the Zipels. Although that is a little hard to say. That's why we don't name you as such. I mean, what I mean by that is it's a little difficult for humans to pronounce that properly on a regular basis. But yes, if you are worthy, then you can spread the word. And there's different classes of worthiness as well. You know, if you are just worthy, then that means that you are following the search of Zora. And if you are going up in the tree, then you know you start to be you know, subscribing to the search of Zora and so on. You know, it's a thing. What does this wand do to polymages? It kills them. It kills them and generates money. Whilst for normal enemies it does not. See? No money. So we need to build the search all around the globe. Searches. To spread the word of Zora. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That is the plan. Devotion. Hydration time, chat. Each one to be open daily from 9 CET, except for Thursday and Sunday. Exactly. Those are the rest days. On Thursday thou shalt do sports, and on Sunday thou shalt sit on the couch and do whatever. The ZoraTheArdent is a mythical creation, not to be floundered about meaninglessly. It's a myth that may or may not exist. It must return someday. I shall proclaim that it will very likely return at some point. Yes. It shall. Ha! Your message was held. Reasons, sex-based terms. Well. Exactly. Had you named it what it is, then, you know, then it would have been fine. Azank. It must return someday to announce the beginning of a new age. Yes. We shall veil the curtain of new beginnings. Make sure to, you know, mention it in search when you have sinned with the cheese. I didn't tell you. It's Automod. It's on my screen. It's in my chat. It may have posted it seemingly a few, but the rest of chat probably didn't see it. Don't commit sins. Exactly. Not cheese-related sins, at least. Exactly. The rest can be discussed. I love sins. Oh, you know, just like in regular church, you can pay an amount to the church and then be free of your sins. That's how it works, right? I mean, obviously, I don't go to church, so I wouldn't exactly know how that works. You know, you have these people in the US that and probably somewhere else as well, that proclaim they're part of the Church of the Spaghetti Monster. We are here to spread the word of the Church of Zora. It should be an acknowledged religion. Sounds like Zurch. Yeah, it's Zurch, but it's spelled wrong. No, over the ages, you have a lot of people who don't know how to write, and you know, mistakes get made easily, and then it becomes baked into a society, and then yeah, it's really hard to get rid of. That's how that goes. Frickin' finally. Oh, so they're Italian Catholics. Likely. Oh, is this not the one? Oh no, it's not the one. Dang it! So close yet again. It's the other one. Wrong spell. Yeah. I knew this, of course. Checking if you're still paying attention. Explosion of thunder, yeah. we do need, yes. But we've mentioned a few times on stream what we need, so you know the game has knowledge of this fact. By the way, what's your guess as to what my build does? Destruction. Electric destruction. Potentially a couple of million of DPS. And very likely to kill me. It makes coffee. That would have been my second guess. No. The first guess is that it will, you know, proclaim the word of the Zerch. Destroy. A chainsaw, you say? Well, like 1,000 years from now, people will make a wand in Noita that prints coffee from your printer. Yeah. That actually doesn't sound that unlikely, knowing what Noita can do. And what people can do in Noita. I wonder what the most silly thing would be in 1,000 years that people believe in from this age that we currently live in. Okay, there must be some misconceptions, of course, of what we think happened and people have believed in the past. Since we weren't actually there, most of us at least, you know. You could tell them. Yeah, I could. But, you know, not telling them keeps it original. AI was stupid. Oh, probably that AI wasn't even actually AI, I assume. And hi, G-Day Splice. Welcome. Friendly juice. We're lucky there. Oh, you really mean that? Brings a gallon of coffee and finishes your tongue. Yeah. I know, AI one time told me it was okay to eat some mushroom. Oh dear, what happened? Thank you for the follow there. Kicking Otat 2. Kicking out at 2. Thank you, brain. Did I butcher that or what? And it was true. I was only in the hospital for a month afterwards. Yikes. Really? Did it really happen? Don't forget that the AI also told you about, you know, this gleaming forehead, no, gleaming bald-headed god gamer. So it must be true. Fake story, at least it didn't happen to me personally. Oh, I'm sure there is someone out there who has had something at least very similar to that happen to them. Unfortunately, I'm no longer surprised at the stupidity of some people. stupidity of most people. I mean, everyone has their, you know, less brilliant moments. Myself included. Most definitely. Yeah. You died? I did, however, not due to mushrooms. Now I'm doomed to haunt Zora's streams. Yay! Lovely. Sir. We're all stupid and lazy, to be honest. Yep. And laziness can make you very efficient. Lazy people are not by definition a bad. It's not by definition a bad trait, I would say. Yeah. Hey, at work sometimes I'm confused how people have computer science degrees with some of the things they ask, let alone some of the things they do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's gold here. Someone should really clean this place up. Also, still not the right spell. Sage. Time to go. How do I enter a Ziv though? Yes. Now you're asking the real questions. The answer to that question is very carefully. Or exactly as the designer wants. I was straying to Zora. Also not wrong. Yep. Just to make a survey in this chat, how many of you have a CS degree? Well, Zora the Explorer. Yeah, basically. Not wrong. I don't exactly have a computer science degree, I think. But I am a developer. Yeah. I kid you not, one time a coworker with a CS degree asked me legitimately how to copy and paste in Excel. Oof. Oof. Can what be broken? What? Nani? I don't think it's broken. I think it was just timed out. Actually. I see Kinbot purring along just fine on my end. Yeah. Didn't I post the list of all the quotes in Discord at some point? Is there a specific one you're looking for? No, Dora the Zora. Oh, we have the same headset. Just noticed. It's a really great one. You are a person of style and culture, I hear. This is outdated. Maybe. Not that much, though. I still have to add the latest ones to the blog. Is that blood to power? I mean, we already have that. Oh. It is. Ooh, a +1. Yoink. Does your sensor for stopping the music still works? It's like on the side, right? I think it does. I find it incredibly annoying though. Hey, Basiloth! Moderation has arrived. We've used the word cheese too often tonight. Be careful now, Basiloth. Cheese has officially been proclaimed a zin. Mine occasionally enables a feature I hate and I can't disable it. Yeah, that's annoying. I've had it like enable the stop playing when it detects that you're speaking thing. This is also not right. Damn it. But I can still disable that every time, but it is annoying. Yeah. That's the feature. Yeah, it's really annoying. Yeah, oh, I've seen that. I've had that as well. Yeah. Yeah, true. I've had that a few times. It usually works fine, but sometimes. Oh, you disabled it because the taking off sensor is broken. Ah. No, mine's not broken. At least not completely, but it's a little very irregularly. It's a little iffy. You need to clean it for mine did. Oh, well, good to know. Thanks for that tip. Yeah, that works too, I guess. Hey, Basiloth, how did it go today? You had an important day, didn't you? We did have blood to power, right? Yes. And welcome to the Zurge of Zin. While you're at it. Went well. Tomorrow I hear whether they felt the same. Ooh, exciting. I hope for the best, my friend. And after that, I need about a third talk with the product manager. All right. Ask for that a problem for a lot of people. Well, thanks for the tip. I've actually not even looked at it. Doesn't look that dirty, actually. Can probably use like, you know, a little clean, but yeah. I am the Zope, yes, I am. Not to be mistaken with soap, which is different. But anyway, you know, when you're in your shower or bath and you're starting to clean yourself, you should use the Zope, which is different from me being the Zope. It's confusing, I know. Yours looks horrible. I'm just a very clean human being, I suppose. Soap? What's that? Exactly, it's called Zope, not soap. Zope. My mom likes soup. Fair. The shower? Fair point. Yeah, I had it as well once. Hi, little dragon. Do you want to have a taste of my black hole? He did not really. Oh, look. 1,000. Mana max. Guess not. He just left. Rude. Exactly. He didn't even say anything. The audacity of these things. No manners whatsoever. Danger juice. Right? But Baz, you missed a very beautiful proclamation by ChatGPT over who Zora is. Something that Divine came up with. You did, yes. It was awesome. If you shifted Polly away, would you be unkillable? Well, that depends. If I don't move, then no. But otherwise, no, still not probably, because in theory the projectiles that I'm firing could switch user. And then they could still kill me. I think. Divine had read another part of the Zybel. Yes. Yes. What if you eat all the mages? Then you'll get a tummy ache. Probably. Is there actually any good build with glue? Not that I know of. But yeah, Yui can probably devise one that is somewhat useful. Ugh, these biomes always lag so much. Wanna see a crazy glue build? Well, there's your next challenge, Yui. Next build we'll be doing will be Yui's build for glue. Like a glue wisp or something. Nice. What's this? A glue pollen engine. Oh, glue and rock.
When 1U999 spread forbidden cheese across the realms, Zora the Ardent, guardian of the Bald Order, descended in fury. With a blinding flash from his radiant scalp, he declared, "Let your follicles flourish forever." Instantly, 1U999 head sprouted eternal, unstoppable hair, a curse of fluff and shame, so that all might remember, never defy the bald god with dairy.
Truth. Yes. Thanks for the follow, JD Splice. Thank you, thank you. Another disciple of the Search of Zora. Yes. It would be accurate, yeah. He did make it, yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's truth in these statements. This game makes me love oil more than an American. Well. I hit the Zolo button. Yes, indeed. Very good. Calm down, game. I mean, don't calm down. We get even less frames. I wonder why this biome is so badly optimized. Compared to the others, relatively. Nope. It's almost as good as Sean Connery movies, Xanthor, something like that. Xanthor. It almost sounds the same like that Marvel movie that they made, the Black Xanthor, you know? That's okay. You know? Yeah. He was not blessed by this divine Zora. Yes. Indeed. I can't finish the Sun Quest because it lags my PC too much. Yeah. You prefer Zorbius? Yeah, that was okay as well. Yeah, yeah. Garbage. Maybe it's time to break the reroll machines as well. Lag day again. Was it there? I didn't even see it. Oh, it is, yeah. Do I have to take it? I mean, as a streamer, asking that question is always foolish, because the answer is always going to be yes. Regardless. This is Twitch chat. Sometimes notes and divide by is too good to pass on. Yeah. Zardoz. Is that Zardoz? More blood seems better. Yeah, because then we can drown the world in, you know, more blood. And I would lose 25% maximum health. I don't know. See? Money. Hmm. 1974. Have I seen that? Is the movie called 1974, literally? I have no memory of this place. You have 102k health. Exactly! If I sneeze too hard, I'm dead. Come on. Also, we're about to play with death. This build, remember? That's gonna be a thing. We need all the health that we can get. Exactly. Oh, Zardoz 1974. Release. Makes sense. Sean Connery, yeah. You know, it was actually spelled Sean Connery. It's a thing. Exactly. Exactly. Ooh, a commercial for the new Predator movie, huh? I wonder if that's any good. Has anyone seen that yet? I mean, half a chat can't hear me anyway. Probably. Commercials. No. New Predator movie. Yes. The new ZoraTheArdent movie. Zuchirama, exactly. Yeah, Zuchirama is great. If you haven't watched Zuchirama yet, you should. At least it was great in my memory. It's been a while. It's probably still great. Rude. There. Be sheep. Be sheep and be at peace. My son. Yes. It's always been great. Yep. The worst Simpsons. Why does it stop firing? It's weird. Yeah, I've never really been a Simpson person myself, but I understand the appeal, but... Sir? You confused my wand, sir. And now it doesn't want to fire my black holes anymore. There we go. The wand is very confused, Serge. Yeah. Well, you know, it fixed itself. It's fine. It's fine. Let it gather its thoughts. Exactly. It was contemplating life, the universe, and everything. As one inevitably has to do at some point in their lives, you know? Figured out 42. Yeah. Exactly. And then start working again. Exactly, because why is it 42? What is the question? And that's why we have Noita. To figure out the question. You know this amulet that Mina has? It's not actually an amulet. It's actually a towel. You know? Or, I mean, the cape is a towel, of course. Have you considered it might be easier to create a world teleporting one? Merge with end of everything. Merge with end of everything, because... why not? Well, yes. I agree that it's probably easier to have a World Tally 1 at this point. Also went too far because... Wandmard is this way. It's about the destiny. It's about the destination. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, hi. Righto. Sometimes in English I forget words. That's fine. I have the same thing. See, we speak Japanese at home. I know, weird. I am aware. I speak English at work. I speak Dutch with my kids. And sometimes, you know, the word you need is not in your head. At least not in the correct language. It happens. Or you start your sentence and then halfway you come to the conclusion that one of the words that you wanted to say out loud were actually in the wrong language or something. Exactly! Not that guy. I mean, forget to write it. I'm sorry, that's just weird. No. You love Dutch music? Wow. Really? Which kind? Like I can think of zero Dutch music I personally like. Is that true? Yeah, it's mostly true. I mean, yeah. There are some artists with wacky names. I mean, there's artists with wacky names everywhere, but yeah. I don't know them. And from the name, I'm very much doubting if I should. What kind of music did they make? What the hell? Ah, that explains. Yes. That yep. I mean, to each their own, of course. I'm more of a metal person, so. And yes, there is plenty of metal bands with disturbing names as well, so, you know, it's definitely a thing. But that genre is rude. So rude. The best wacky names are in deathcore and grindcore. I believe you. Yeah. You got internet issues as well lately? That's unfortunate. And this time is weird. I really think it's a connector on my end, but I didn't touch it just now. So it has no reason to do what it did. And here we are. And last stream was perfectly fine as well. I really need to look into getting a new adapter or something. I'm back, right? Yeah, I think I am. Probably. Are you back? Mostly. Oh dear. How safe is it to click that link? That's very loud. Which one is this? Let's see. Why can't I scroll this? That is an interesting name for sure. What? Excuse me. That is all right. That's a thing. And I thought this was weird. What was it again? This one, yeah. Which I believe is also Dutch, if I'm not mistaken. These guys. But yours is definitely more difficult. It's like, what the hell? The only kind of metal you like? How? Where's the volume on this thing? I never use this. Is there a volume button? Am I blind? Of course I'm blind. There we go. It didn't want to go more quiet. Well, you know, besides the dying pig in the background, it was pretty good. It's trash, to be honest. Yeah. Personally, like a little bit more melody, you know? It's, yeah. All right, that was an interesting sidetrack. You know, while we're at it, since this sound is also bugged right now. Oh god. It filled the right of my brain. Is that right? What are you sending me, Bezloth? This is your genre. It's better be the soundtrack to Noita. I like it. DMCA, probably. Oh, come on, Noita. Yes, this is embarrassing. I will have to give that a listen. Oh no, Basilov's here. Yes. Isn't he this evil? I mean, you know, we're working on him. He's you know, he's a pretty good dude, but yeah, his fascination with cheese is still a little bit of a problem. But that there is hope yet. We believe in redemption and second chances here, you know? That's... Cheese is effing good. You were very quick with that one, Basilov. Hi, Kikarika. Hello, hello. How are you, friend? How are you? We're doing fine, thank you. Not unironically, my favorite food. Well, you might have guessed my opinion about the matter. Yeah. I am a disgrace to my country, unfortunately, in that regard. Zichtag. It sounds like Zichtag. Yes. Zinners. Zinners all. Dutch cheese is mid. Could be. French, German, and Italian is better. Really? Fine, Basilov, you get your final say. Oh, of course. It had to happen, Chad. It had to happen. Nice. Thank you. The internet has suffused the stream. Yes. Personally, I would pay $10 not to eat cheese before I would pay $1 to eat cheese. See? See, Divine? I like you. Camembert or Parmesan are so good. You know, I tolerate cheese on pizzas if it's not like the 3 billion cheese of pizza, you know? 3 billion kinds of cheese pizza. But just, I think it's mozzarella, right? I tolerate that in most scenarios. And that is the end of it. Heretic! Wait a second. No. You are now in the search of Zora, so that makes you the heretic. I love cheese. Yeah. It's the one thing my parents never got me to eat as a child. Cheese. A cheese sandwich. And it went wrong from that point on. The Basilovists are invading. Yes, it calls for a holy war almost. But please don't. There shall be no jihads in the search of Zora. Nice. Of course you had that emote prepared. I should not be surprised, yeah. Cheese and ham toasty for life. I mean, if the only thing you're ever gonna eat is that, I don't know, man. The rest of your life, are you sure? Wagyu or fried chicken, gyoza, karaage, that's where it's at. Yes, I've been ruined. Blue cheese is an acquired taste. Yeah, you know what? If you ever get this is genuine advice. If you ever get blue cheese as a gift from someone else, you know, what you do is you take, obviously you open the package and all that. Then you take the cheese and you throw it in the trash. Easy. Man, a lot of bad takes on this stream. Yeah. You know, if this stream ever gets to a point where I need to do or will do a subathon with all kinds of crazy stuff, and I know I will be regretting this, mentioning my relationship with cheese. It's going to be a problem. That's gonna be a thing. If that ever happens, which obviously is very unlikely. But you know. You are a relationship. No. That word has multiple takes. Definitely not. What do you mean it's unlikely? You know, 10 subs for one bite of blue cheese. I'm not sure if 10 subs will be enough for that. You're literally divine, so you are guaranteed to return to your previous viewership. Yeah, I mean that's true, of course. Yeah. It's not a guarantee that the people who are currently watching me will be there for that, but you know. You're trying to terrorize the man. Yes. They are. Must I sell my no cheese purity for money? I would do the opposite. For me, 0 subs for a pound of gorgonzola. Money is good. No terror there. True. That is true. What needs to be done for that money is a different matter, but yes. That's also why I don't have a public address for you guys to send me stuff. Because I know you will just send me cheese. Which, not gonna lie, my wife's probably gonna love. But for me? Yeah. Let me just say, I forgive you all for not liking cheese. Maybe one day science will fix the broken. Yes. Yes. Nah, I think it would be more appropriate to send you pictures of cheese. Well, it's almost guaranteed that those will taste better than the actual thing. By the way, the worst cheese in my opinion is feta. Yep. Well, I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but it's definitely cheese. Yeah. Gesundheit. I think we need to form an organization to help people that like cheese to get the help they need to no longer like cheese. Yes, it's called therapy. It's like an addiction, you know? We have these centers for that as well. So it's therapy, yes, exactly. Baked pumpkin. Wow, it's great to see that chat is so passionate about cheese. It would be better if you were so passionate about something that isn't a sin, but you know, can't have it all, I suppose. At least not in one go. Steaks, now you're talking. Where's my Wagyu? Besides in the refrigerator of a very expensive restaurant. Why is it in my belly? I mean, there's probably multiple reasons why, but still, you know. Also, natural lawnmowers. Moaners. What, Zora? What? Why are you so ahead? I mean, you know, given the sound that they make, it's not really that weird of a concept. Brain, what are you doing? Literally made 3 steaks yesterday. Nice. Is Wagyu worth it? Depends. It depends. If you're a steak enthusiast and you don't mind what it costs, and you go to a proper restaurant for it, where you know they have the good Wagyu, then yes, it's definitely worth it. Wagyu is a lie invented by the Japanese to sell fat meat. Not entirely wrong, but I've had Wagyu a couple times, and man, did I wish I could eat that for a week. Damn. So if you had the option to become a trillionaire tax-free, but to do so, you had to eat 1 pound of cheese every week for the rest of your life, would you do it? A trillionaire. I would probably do it, because I would, with that kind of money, I would, you know, get science to give me something so that the cheese doesn't taste like cheese. Something like that. Maybe. Maybe. Although, on the other hand, it is cheese, so... Maybe not. You also ate said 3 steaks from a plate that says vegetarian. The plate is vegan. So you ate... The plate itself is vegan, and what was on it was steak. There's so many types of cheese that it's mathematically impossible to hate them all. Maybe. It could be, yeah. The problem is, you know, when I was a small lad, you know, my parents actually sat me down with the cheese sandwich. And they were like, this is lunch, you know, lunchtime, eat your sandwich. And I took a bite and I was like, nope. This is not for me. And you know, being parents, they're like, come on, eat your food. You'll just have to eat your food, and you know, you can get over it. You learn to eat it or whatever. You stop being a little wuss. Just eat the frickin' sandwich. And I sat at that table for about, I don't know, an hour. Did not eat a sandwich. And maybe it's a trauma. I don't know, but you know, since then, every time I try cheese or smell the cheese fondue or anything, it's like, no, that stuff is definitely not for me. But who knows? There might be a cheese out there that's actually awesome. But no. As of yet, I have yet to find it. And then be in such a mind state that I would be even willing to try it, which is a thing at this point. Yeah. I get that with green stuff. Your broccoli and such. Man, yours is a trauma, not liking cheese. Yeah. We got to a truce. Yeah. Yes. Still sin though. Broccoli is so stupid. They stink and taste kind of lame. Fun thing is that both of my kids actually love broccoli. It's weird. Broccoli tastes great. Yeah. I have less of a problem with broccoli than with other vegetables. There's a type of bean that I cannot stand. There is, funny enough, lots of potato dishes I can't stand, like boiled potato and yeah, that's also not for me. But that's mainly because my parents used to make boiled potatoes a lot, and I was just over it at some point. Yeah. I don't like sweet potato. Yeah, I can somewhat relate to that. In Japan, they have this particular type of sweet potato that they put on a barbecue, and it's actually surprisingly good. But yeah, tastes great if someone else eats them. Yes, I like that. Good night, Basil. Thanks for hopping in, friend, and good luck on your call tomorrow. Hope it goes well. Yeah. Are you sure you're Dutch? No. Well, yes, but no. Definitely not. Yes, I shall hope with you as well. Yeah. I mean, the official documentation probably says that I'm Dutch, but other than that, I have some serious doubts. Yeah. Because poo tastes better than broccoli. You've had some bad broccoli, friend. You've had some bad broccoli. Why are you even tasting that? True, yeah. Tomorrow he'll confess he doesn't like milk. What? I like milk. Yes. Every morning. Milk. It's good. True, there are many types of milk. That's true. Yeah, I don't like all milk. That's definitely true. Good night, Basiloth. Yeah. I once drank apple milk in Japan. In Japan, they have a lot of weird things. I mean, which surprises exactly no one. Come on. But still. One time I saw chocolate banana milk on sale. Thought that sounds like it could be good. It was not. Alright. I mean, I must say that the apple milk was surprisingly okay. actually. Sparkling strawberry milk. Might be okay. Yeah. See? That's less of a trauma here. I mean, I'm willing to try. Although the sour milk variants is not my thing. That's something that we have here as well. Dang it. Yeah. It's from Korea. I am not surprised. You love sour? I am okay with sour, but the sour milk? Yeah. No. Milk should be this neutral taste for me personally. It's sourness is no. For me, that this milk has gone bad. This is not okay. Who is throwing, sir, or madam, or whatever you were? Yogurt. Yogurt's okay. Yeah, yogurt's fine. Also, I mean, of course, there's a billion types of yogurt, but yogurt is okay. There's some very nice fruit yogurts. White yogurt. Yes. Yes. That is the normal kind of yogurt, right? At least here it is. Not there? What is a normal kind there then? And where is there? Would be curious. Let's do a mod restart real quick. And pretend that will change everything. Which we know it will not. Or not for long. Here where I live, sadly not that many sour tasting stuffs. Italy, sadly. Sadly. I mean, Italy can be... There's great parts about Italy, right? I mean, I must confess, I've never been, but... Your pastas must be extremely solid. I hear pizza is a touchy subject for some. The place is a shithole sinking. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Food is good though. Yeah, exactly. You see? There's the good part. I mean, it's not all great here either, you know. It's... I hear Scandinavia is where it's at. Although, food-wise, maybe not as much, but... Yeah. Everything else kind of bad. I mean, the weather is pretty good, right? I mean, it's kind of hot sometimes, maybe. But at least it's not cold. Cold, dark, and wet. Like here. Scandinavian food is laughable. Yeah, well... I don't know if I would say laughable per se, but... There's some... was it Icelandic or Swedish? Or I don't know. I forget. It's too hot? I love hot. Cold. It's too cold. I love hot. Okay. I get you. And he replaces that word with cold. Yes. Yeah, I know hot. I mean, we were in Japan this summer. But I know hot. Yeah, it's too hot. I love Scandinavian cold. Yeah. It's it matters a lot where you're from, what you're used to, in my opinion. Japan is hella humid. True. Yes. Yeah, last summer I was actually for the first time one of those people who walked around with a fan around his neck and this personal sun umbrella thing, you know, parasol. That's what they call it, Zora. It's called a parasol. Because of the heat. I mean, obviously it's because of the heat, was not because it was cold. Jeez, man, come on. Come on now. Garbage. Sir? You know this is private property, right? Guess I didn't. But Japan's so good. I mean, in general, obviously there's rough parts, but which country doesn't have rough parts? Some countries have more rough parts than others. Too competitive? Yes. Yes, their education system and everything is not great. I agree. The place is cool, but the culture is weird. Yeah. I mean, my wife's Japanese, so what can I say? And besides, I am also weird, but weird for Europeans, not in a bad way. Yeah, true. There are a couple of things that will take some getting used to. But I found, I mean, again, my experience is in no means going to be the general consensus, I suppose. But I see Japan from a little bit of a different angle than most people. You know, I speak the language. I have family there. You know, it changes a lot from being just a tourist. So yeah, Zora also has a lot more hair on his head than I would expect, considering that he is bald. Let's keep that between you and me, shall we? It's a matter of perspective. Yes. It's just a disguise. No, that's the VTuber model. Basically, everything you see here is real except for the hair. That's the VTuber model. To conceal his divine form. Exactly. And you could do the trick of keep working when they give you no tasks. What do you mean? Be sheep and be at peace. I heard that to make you leave the job, they give you no task. Oh, like that in Japan. Yeah, that could be a good. I mean, having a job in Japan is definitely not something I would ever see myself doing. At least not for a Japanese company. It makes the local people crazy. Yeah. True. Because, you know, they had to make a law for people to actually take vacation days, because otherwise they couldn't. And if you're in a work culture where it's a good thing if you fall asleep behind your desk during work hours, because that means that you've worked so much that you couldn't sleep. Also, that you cannot leave the office until the boss does, you know. And if the boss says like at I don't know 8 in the evening, like, come on, let's go and grab a drink, and then you're supposed to go, and you stay in a bar with your boss until 12 a.m. and then start the next morning at 6 a.m. again or something. You know, no. On the other side, in a lot of places, you would get fired for falling asleep at your desk. Yeah, true. But in Japan, not necessarily. They see it, they're like, give that man a raise. Exactly. He doesn't snore loud enough. Give him more money. Yeah. And besides that, yeah, obviously you have the problem of the elderly in Japan, in the sense that I mean, it goes for America as well a little bit, I think. But at some parking lots, there's these older gentlemen who just stand there, and that's their job, to just stand there and be on guard. Like, what the hell are you gonna do? Are you you're like 70 years old, but that's their job. And I'm like, dude, you should be enjoying your pension, you know, your retirement. Why is this a thing? So, do you work freelance or remote? I work, well, officially I work on site, but I mostly work from home. Actually. And not in Japan. Everything has its problems. Yeah, true. Just tends to be different from region to region. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah. But it's always a little sad to see, you know. It's such a work-focused society there. That's yeah. Do not admit felonies on stream, man. What? I didn't. What? So at home, unless the boss wants you in person meeting. Yeah, basically. If I need to be in the office, I'll be in the office. Luckily, I almost never have to be in the office, so I work from home. Like 2 or 3 years back, like yeah, we went to Japan for like 3 months, and then I worked remotely from there a little bit. I was assuming it would be for a rare meeting, or if you need to be present for interview someone. Yeah, or I teach as well. I give workshops every now and then. That happens. I mean, that works better in person. I mean, it's not impossible remote. I also do it remotely, but you know, it does work better. No. Here you can work from home, but needs to declare where. I never go to the office. Nice. I mean, you have to. You cannot indefinitely, for example. I could not go live in Japan and then work for a Dutch company indefinitely. That's not possible. There's problems with tax in that regard. But I think if it's less than 3 months, then it's fine. So you're the expert everyone comes to, and if you keep getting asked the same thing, you hold a workshop. Sort of. Yeah. I mean, at my company, every developer must, it's mandatory, do one of, well, actually 2 of my workshops. So every X amount of time there's a new batch of developers and they need to get that workshop. Mandatory balls inspection. Yeah, well, that's afterwards. Mandatory bold. Oh, you missed the letter there. Bold inspection. Slightly different. Since they're required to attend at least 2 of them, that means you need to hold at least a few of them. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, you're okay, another guy. That's fine. Mistakes are easily made. Ah, where's all the good perks? We need more good perks. And the proper spells game. And some frames while we're at it. Which I know are hard to come by in this biome. No, I'm very, very happy with the amount of freedom we get in this country concerning work ethics, I guess. Work-home balance, you know? If I look at my father-in-law, he leaves at 7, I think? And he comes back at... usually between 9 and 10 p.m. And he does this from Monday to Saturday, I think. And sometimes on Sunday as well. So, you know. I mean, the EU is so good for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's great. Personally, I would think if the job is done properly, it shouldn't matter where the person is. Agreed. But, you know, tax-wise, I get why that could be a problem. Common EU. Yes, indeed. Long live EU in that sense. Just like healthcare, you know? At least got some healthcare things checked. Which is nice. You're gonna give me gold. At work, I'm a team lead. I tend to somehow never notice if someone leaves the office early to work from home. Not sure why I'm so blind. I mean, maybe you don't actually see it as a problem. There's a big problem about where the money is spent. Yeah, true. And lots of different opinions on where it should be. But the biggest beef I have was that no matter what you do as a citizen, you'll always end up spending more money on government things. Tax. Oh, come on. Frames. I don't, though the company does. I just know I saw nothing. I mean, maybe you're just being a very good colleague, you know? I saw nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, my company has something similar. They ask you to be in the office like 1 day a week or something, and a lot of the employees are like, yeah, why the hell would we do that? It costs so much time to go there, and we don't see the added benefit at all, and including team leads. And everyone's like, okay, you ask this, but there's a lot of people just not doing that. And then it turns out it's not actually a problem. So, you know. Hobbies. If the alternative is being an American, I don't want anybody. Yeah, true. I mean, I have nothing against Americans, but the American society has some room for improvement. Yeah. I have nothing against most Americans. Well, I don't know enough Americans I have a problem with. It's getting difficult. One time I saw a person on my time drive up, swipe in, and then leave while they were on lunch. Alright. So that person did like they were at work, but actually weren't. American people are kind of nice, just not with each other. True. Well, if only it was just with each other, but unfortunately that's not. Yeah. Not always the case as well. Yeah. They were working from home that day. Ah, yeah. Well, you know, if it's discussed and agreed upon, you know, no one has an actual problem with it, then it should be fine, regardless, as long as the work is done, in my opinion. I am but a simple divine spirit, so, you know. I think overall, regardless of region where a person lives, no one really would have a problem with each other. Most of the issues people have with a country is often with their leaders, common citizens. Most of them are fine with each other, or would be if they knew each other. Yeah, yeah. Divine spirit, indeed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and sad to say, a lot of issues come from lack of education and religion. In that sense, religion is one of the most evil things on this planet. No offense to anyone. You should believe in whatever you want to. But I do personally believe that you should not be... you should keep your own beliefs to yourself. You know? You should not try to convert people, basically. Yeah. If people don't feel like it. Yeah. I know the dev team where I work was talking about how it takes almost a year before a new dev can start contributing. Yeah, that is true in some environments. Yeah, I have a problem with Italians because I actually know them. Yes. Yeah. To be honest, you hold religion in a lot of better light than I do. I try to be. What's the word? Tactful about it. I guess. You know, if someone really feels like they need it, then they should be free to have that. I mean, for me personally, it always feels like someone is not strong enough, per se. If you don't feel like you're strong enough to face this world alone, and you need some kind of entity to help you cope, then all the power to you. But if you start to become angry because your neighbor doesn't believe what you do, then I have a problem with you. Yeah, it's over. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Yapping. Where are we? Here, yes. I already went down here, right? And it was disappointing. Yeah, it was disappointing. Many a disappoint. I love cheese. Someone needs got to cope. Yes. I have had projects where the project setup is so complicated that and the processes are so not optimized that it does take like a year for someone to actually know the project enough to be able to do a proper job. Might be lurking, Yui. Have some good lurkage on me. Nice. That's a solid amount of friends. My project is so stupid. It's a migration with we are just copy pasting the business logic. I hate it. We had one of those weird migration projects in my employer as well. There was this website that was launched for a bank, which they loved, and then not even a month later, I think. Maybe 2 months later, they were like, yeah, okay, we love this website, and we're happy that it's live. Now, please migrate it to React and Next, which is a different framework than it was built in. Like, why didn't you specify this to begin with? Why? It's ridiculous. For some reason, out of college, I ended up in production support. Base good enough. Not sure if I'll ever try to move to development specifically. Production support, is that like DevOps? What is it? What does production support mean? It means if there is a problem, I or the team I'm on has to find the problem. Ah, okay, like, yeah. Like a services team, like, yeah. The project uses Eclipse Link and really bad and nested code from 12 years old. Alright. From bored interns, nice. I'm sure the quality level of that project must be insane. Yes. But if it requires a code change, the dev team has to fix it. But our team can recommend specific code change. Ah, I see. If they take that recommendation or do something else, is it not in our hands? Right. A 400 line method? Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say that I built my bot the most efficient way, but at least I did not do that. Now reading through the code is annoying. Thousands of files. Yeah. Thousands. Thousands? Oh, that's good. The moment you stop loving your job, then your life becomes infinitely more mundane. All you have to do is pretend to like your job, since your job is for money. True, true. It does help to like your job, though. I agree you don't have to, but it does help. I mean, I'm okay with my job, but, you know, I would also not be opposed to doing something else. No, I'm not able to pretend I like something. I do 8 hours a day. I like some parts of my job and others not so much. Well, the biggest problem I have as of late is that, you know, as the company grows, it has less feeling for its employees. Yeah, I can see it. One day Zora becoming CEO of McDonald's. Why McDonald's though? Why? Just because it's something else? Who knows? Maybe I'll be a full-time streamer at some point. It's probably... I'm not sure how much more likely that is than, you know, CEO of McDonald's, but, you know. I would love to open a cat tea room. Oh, yes. Cat cafe. Neko cafe. Because they say I sell Happy Meals. Solid argument. Yeah. But then they should... If I am CEO of McDonald's, I'll try to make it so that if you buy a Happy Meal, it actually makes you happy. McDonald's probably bound to fail, but you know, you can try. I would sell them without cheese. Well, actually, no. I would want to sell them without cheese, but if I need to adhere to that philosophy, you know, if cheese is what makes you happy, then the Happy Meals should contain cheese. It's your meal, not mine. You know, there's the important distinction. It's an improvement. Yes, I hope so. Yeah. That's a lot of gold. Still not the right spell. Noise being classic Noita. The final spell that you need is the one that's hardest to find. God forbid, man, that's good taste. I forbid no such thing. Zora has the best taste. Exactly. I have all of the taste. Zest. Yes. This is true. We know it's true because it's written. And that is usually how that logic works. Oops. Well. I thought I'd accept that, but KittenBot does not. Sources. The source is that Zora made the fuck up. There. That's what you said. Wow. I need to teach my bot some manners. That's funny. It's revolting, yeah, exactly. It is revolting. It should not do checks if I say anything. We got schooled, yeah. It's like, hell no. That's not happening during my stream. Excuse me? Whose stream is it? Luckily, it's my bot. So, you know, time to dive into the code again and fix that little rioting bot behavior. I'm actually amazed that we haven't been polymorphed yet. Japan's tea is good. Yeah, if you like matcha, green tea, then Japan is definitely a great country for you, yeah. I once had green tea that was like a little bit more thick, even. I'm not sure what the right term for that is. It tasted like grass. I was not a fan, but it was a real deal green tea. And I drank that in Kyoto at one of the surrounding hills in a garden park of one of Japan's actors who has made a beautiful park. So the view was awesome. Everything is basically awesome except the tea. One tea room I went to had real Japanese man making tea on the fly. On the fly? Sorry. That's impressive. I could interpret that sentence in so many wrong ways. If it was too pricey, then did you taste the tea, or was the man himself really too pricey and you didn't taste the man? Is that how does this work? Was about to make a really not cool joke. Well, in that case, I'm happy you didn't. Restrained is good. So the tea was too pricey. I see. Yeah. That's a surprise. But you had good Japanese tea then, I guess. Not this one then, maybe, but. Sorry. The wife asked something, then, you respond. It's the wife. What I love about being an adult is being able to recognize when it's not the case. I see. Yeah. Also, what's nice about being an adult is, seeing that something is too pricey, but doing it anyway. Because you want it. Though, you could make an argument that if you really wanted that badly, then it was not too expensive because, you wanted it. It was rice fermented tea. Huh. I wonder what the Japanese name for that is, if that would ring any bells for me. I'd have to ask my wife, she would probably know. White tea. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had that, to be honest. Have you been to Japan as well, or was it just somewhere else? I guess this one was somewhere else, since you said it had a real Japanese man, which, if it was in Japan, would have made sense. Never been east of Turkey. Alright. I mean, I'm a little biased, but I would recommend if it takes your fancy, tickles your fancy. My turn. Yeah, we try to go every year, but, since family. Hamazake. Hamazake. That sounds like sake. Hamazake. that translates like sweet sake, or I would think. But you might be right. Yeah. Hamazake is traditional sweet, low alcohol, non-alcoholic Japanese drink made from fermented rice. Yeah, you're right. Hamazake. So it actually has alcohol, which why it is called sake, and it is traditionally sweet, which would be why it's called ama, which stands for amai, which is sweet. Sake. Hakugo Genshin. White tea belongs to the family of green tea, like Sencha Gyokuro, Kamaricha, etc. Huh. I don't think I've ever had that. I need to ask my wife about them. Thanks. Oh, you lied? Well. Nintendo Switch oil change. Power down and drain all the oil from the USB-C reservoir. Swap in sparkling pixel filter. Hamis, hello Hamis. Pour new Switch motor oil via tiny funnel. Rotate console for circulation. Screw cap back. Press buttons to lubricate. Tap screen for full coverage. Test in Mario Kart. Listen for purring. Swipe spills and recycle old oil responsibly. That sounds accurate, yeah. I knew a person once that had tea that had full on flowers in. Wow. Genmaicha. It's brown rice green tea. Consisting of green tea mixed with roasted proper brown rice. I also have not had that. This one is not white though, right? Probably. But mine was whitish. Okay. That's true. Probably. There we go. Still not what we need. I'll ask my wife and she will probably tell me exactly why I wouldn't like it. Ping me on Discord once you find the spell. You will find it in 4 years. Maybe, maybe. This is Noita, don't forget. I will let you know, of course. When that happens. That's at least 8 years. Probably, yeah. That sounds more realistic. If you think you won't like it, but aren't sure, just add cheese. Then we'll definitely know exactly. I'll be sure you don't like it. That's a solid strategy, actually. Yeah. You didn't check the special wand in Hisi? What special wand? Which one is the special one? The leaf? Sir. I asked ChatGPT to give some good programming practices. I think we should listen to our AI overlords. Oh dear. Oh, no. You all have cheese-induced trauma. Yeah. But you know, we use our trauma for humor, so that's good, right? That's healthy. To hide the fact that's actually trauma. Yeah, that's good. There. Why would I want this? For peak efficiency, keep all code in one master function and use single letter variable names for clarity. Ignore errors, they're just optional suggestions. Embed passwords everywhere for quick access. Comment exclusively in emojis for brevity. And push straight to production to maximize productivity. Testing slows innovation, so skip it whenever possible. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea for someone. Yeah. Just added production immediately, yeah. Do you know that it is possible to use emoji as named variables in some languages? Yeah, I heard something like that, yeah. I've heard it, and I hate it. That was Polly over there. Coming through, coming through. Never mind, going back, going back. Oh, wait a second for the game to catch up. There we go. Oh, this biome. Oh, we got ads. Oh, no ad for Predator this time. Not sure what it was, but whatever. If only the companies paid us directly for every ad we saw. Destroy. Do you get dimmer dollars for ads? I'm not sure what dimmer dollars are, but in theory, I should receive some form of money thing for ads, but it's like a few cents. Diamond dollars. Oh yeah, Fairly Odd Parents reference. Sorry. I am not that familiar with it. Didn't we need liquid vacuum field? More burglary. Let's try to keep the Holy Mountain at least somewhat intact. Oh, nostalgia, Fairly Odd Parents. We had Cartoon Network here with that series, and Dexter's Laboratory, and something cow? I forget. Good old days. Hobbies? Just a few. We're getting old, yes. Oh, yes. I don't know if you have kids, but if you have kids, then... man. Time slips by so fast. It's ridiculous. Just finished uni? You have a lot of time ahead of you, friend. I have 2 kids. If you see them grow, damn. My oldest is already 7. It's like, what? What the hell? Where has the time gone? Not yet. He does not play Noita yet. No. He watches some television every now and then, but we have been able to keep him away from the computer. As of yet, he'll have plenty of time to do that later on. Let him be a kid for a while. I want to play Noita together with my son. Why Noita together? Why not Noita and Tangle? Like we do every Friday. Well, not with my son, but with the community. We do that? Yeah, you hadn't noticed, huh? Came out of lurking just to say that, huh? Entangled's great. Yes, Entangled is great. Entangled is like You know how together you're actually not in the same world? You can send things to each other, right? But in Entangled, everyone is actually in the same world. And if one dies, the rest can try to revive him. By if you die, you turn it into a Comatose, like one of those ghosts, player ghosts. And if the rest of the players manage to revive you by killing that ghost, then you get revived with an X amount of HP, and the run continues. But if everyone dies, then that's it. It's pretty damn great. Got a chamomile with melatonin. Ooh. Making ready for sleepy times. I don't need any extra melatonin. I got kids. I'm tired enough all the time. That's how that works. Make me fall asleep yesterday. Nice. If my son's like me, he'll sleep most of the time. My oldest also sleeps like a rock. I swear, that man, that guy, it's really hard to wake him up at night. No, it's already like, what? Is that thing gonna break? It is gonna break, isn't it? Yes, it will break. Ah, man, I'm already not looking forward to starting a new run and having to readjust to not having this crazy movement. Sleeping Rock Sun build. Yeah, that sounds like an invincible build, indeed. Best to start now, just add the end of everything to that wand and it will happen eventually. Not wrong. But we first need to complete the build. Noita is being Noita. And that it is absolutely not giving us what we need for that. Maybe Heaven's Shop would have better luck. I don't know if is it even something that's been sold there? Even the name escapes me at this point. Thundercloud thingy. What is it called? They are making a Noita-inspired game with more parallel calculations, so that should be more performant in parallel worlds. Don't remember the name though. Really? Is it Noita 2? Thunder Explosion? Yeah, probably something like that, yeah. It has a little cloud thingy in it. I am blind because I am not seeing it anywhere, which comes to no surprise to anyone. Or at least it shouldn't. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Explosion of Thunder, indeed. It's from another company. Okay. So we need this. Do they sell this in Heaven or Hell shop? So there is it like, how much is it like Noita? €20 or €30? I wonder how much it will resemble Noita though. If it is Noita inspired, I'd be very interested to see. Nope. Still nope. And nope. Oh, if you ever do remember the name, let me know. I'd be very curious. Yui, do you know if that spell is sold in the Heaven shop? It's not? Sad. It is. Well. Takusaba level rarity. I mean, you don't have to right now. I mean, you can just drop me a line on Discord as well. If you would be so kind, I would be very interested. Thanks, Yui. And obviously, I mean, if it wasn't already clear, if you feel like playing Noita multiplayer one time, then feel free to join us on Fridays. This goes for everyone. We do open lobbies, so... No, you don't have platform. No. If you would have said, no, I have not one plan for playing Entangled, you wouldn't have lied. What even is my wand? If you do exclamation mark wands, you can see what's on my wand. But in short, fun. Not wrong. It is Tally with Omega black holes and healing. There is no cheese. No, there's very little chance of that happening. And our other wand is basically a circle of transmog with homing and damage, so it kills everything. Even uses blood magic, yes, true. And we has helped create it. Credit where credit's due. Looks fun, right? Besides the fact that visibility is sometimes a little low, but, you know, have to make some sacrifices. Yes, true. Noita's being very Noita about it. Yeah, I'll try the shop as well. Figured I'd just finish off this biome and then, you know, check the shop. All this gold. See? It's a good thing that we collected the gold. We're going shopping. Also, belated, welcome in, Canwheel. A little late, sorry. Give a quick drink. Yes. Just a second. All right. Don't ever think. Yeah. There you have it. Would be hilarious if the build's just thunder explosions. Yeah, just that one spell. That would be kind of funny. I went up at the wrong location. Our little helo is trying its best to keep up. Where are we now? I need a reference. I mean, you know. That's not bad. As far as references go. Hell shop instead of sky. Yeah, we could. I see. In fact, I don't see. I think hell's like less of a lag fest. The one is just too much for me. Yeah. Why not delete the water? Oh, and on the build. Sheep. Oh, delete water from the world? I mean, do we need to go through that trouble? Think of the poor fish. You know? The fish. Hey, Godfar, thank you for the raid there. Thank you. Hi. How was your stream? How was your Noita? Raiders. Hi. What did you do today? I think we also should have enough shops loaded in now to the reroll machines and all that. Come on, game. It's fine. It's fine. Truly. You can do this. Oops. Assign display media. Thank you, Windows. Are we up to shenanigans? Yes. Always. But we're looking for one particular spell because it's the last one we need for some mystery build, and then we can have fun. But this being Noita, you know, it means that it's gonna take a serious effort to find that one spell that you need. Thank God the gods look the other way. We are looking for explosion of thunder. Ah, blood magic. Good night, other guy. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here, man. Get your rest. Yeah, not even that particularly rare, but it is enough rare that we haven't seen it yet. It was definitely fun, yes. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you around more. Right, I mean, we could just go and kill the dragon again. Just cause, you know. Good night, good night. So close. So close. Yes. What is the deal here? Clip your reaction. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that today. I'm looking for it, but yeah. If we will, but I think it's gonna be probably next run. Hopefully. You can also cast it next stream if you find it. Yep, true. Or maybe cast it again if I survive. Which is not a given. Remember that frames are optional. Maybe use the summon one spell. I was told it's not in the in the set, not in the pool. Otherwise, I would have done that. Yeah. We regained 9 health. Those are some numbers. Not bad, yeah. I mean, this biome's bad though. The amount of frames we always get is... yeah, those 9 could be crucial. Exactly. Exactly. It's very unfortunate if you're at some point 9 HP short. Okay, imagine going through all this trouble and then being 9 HP short. Having a health shop would be a good place to hunt. Yeah, exactly. That's where we're heading now. Hi, sheep. Never gets old. That never gets old. It has summoned Taikasava, level spawn chance there too, though. Yeah, it does. It does. But I don't think Explosion of Thunder is such a high level spell. At least I wouldn't think so. That said, however, so 10 times less likely than the other spells in Hell. I don't really like my odds. True. True. Yeah. That said, though, unfortunately, there is no risk of your poly 1 getting yourself. Yes, there is. If I'm away from this area for a while and the game loses track of projector ownership, then there is a risk. That's why we do this. We cast spells to magic missiles to remove the projectiles from our vicinity. So, yeah. But there is definitely that risk. We have not run into the problem as of yet. Luckily. This run. Otherwise, that would have definitely ended badly for us. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. Thanks everyone for being here. It was awesome. But it's getting late, and tomorrow is a busy day again. I've got kids, I've got work, you know, things, life. I will rage you over to Stupid Potato, who is also playing Noita, because of course he is. So have fun there. Say hi if you can. Have a good day. Yes, have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is for you. Let's start the music. Let's not be quiet here. I will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. CET for more Noita, probably. Either Noita or Duckov. We'll see. We'll see. If you prefer one or the other, mention it in Discord and maybe I'll listen. Who knows? I am Zivine, as you all know. So, you know. Who knows what's gonna happen. Anyway, say hi to Stupid Potato for me if you can. Have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is for you. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. CET for either Noita. I was gonna say for Zora. What the hell? Of course I'm gonna be here for Zora. Or Duckov. But we'll see. For now, though, I'm off to bed. Good night, and see you then.